Hi everyone, welcome to Life Made Simply. My name is Nikki. In today's video, I want to share with you how to make an easy dinner for two at home. This is perfect if you want to have a night in for Valentine's Day. This video is sponsored by CrowdCow and I want to tell you a little bit more about them, and I love that they give you fresh beef and other poultry that you can use to make meals at home. With their very high quality cuts of beef, I want to make some fancy steak and something that is different, and I especially wanted to support some of the local farms here. So their beef is pasture raised. You can either choose grain finished, grass finished, or Wagyu beef. So I went with the grain finished just because I wanted more marbling in our steaks. You have the ability to buy the exact cuts and the weight that you want, and it's delivered directly to your door from independent farms. The meat is dry aged, which just adds more quality to the meat, and it is flash frozen and then delivered to your door. It's in a cooler with some dry ice so it stays fresh. So what I decided to make for dinner are these New York strip steaks. They're such good quality. They're nice and thick, have beautiful marbling. I will have the recipe down in the description box. You can also check the description box for my social media. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified of my new videos. Check the links down below to get more information about CrowdCow if you're interested. And without further ado, let's get on to cooking. I chose a New York strip and sirloin sampler from GEBBER'S cattle here in Washington. I thought this sampler was priced reasonably considering all the fine cuts of beef, and you get 4 cuts of New York strip steaks. I also received sirloin tip steaks and 2 pounds of ground beef that will all be put to use in future dinners for my family and I. Onto these beautiful steaks. I let them defrost in the fridge overnight. CrowdCow also has tips on how to defrost and prepare the different types of meat, which is very helpful if you're a beginner. Pat dry before seasoning, and with thicker cuts of beef, I like to season it generously with some Hawaiian sea salt, being sure to get the sides as well. I also added garlic powder and pepper, nothing too overwhelming to overpower the taste of the steak. Onto the side dishes, I kept it simple by choosing sides I can quickly season and throw in the oven to roast. I'm quartering baby red potatoes and spreading them on a baking sheet, adding some extra virgin olive oil before seasoning them with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. You can give them a quick toss so they're evenly coated and pop them in the oven at 425 for 20 to 25 minutes. I love pairing steak with asparagus, so I cut the ends off and season them the same way I did for the potatoes, adding some extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. You can choose whichever vegetable side you'd like. I think green beans would also be delicious. These cook faster, so place them in the oven for the last 10 minutes of the potato cooking time. Back to the steak, heat up a bottom-heavy skillet to medium-high heat. You should really hear the pan sizzle when you place the steaks down for a nice sear. Let each side sear for a minute or two before flipping them just once. I definitely love cooking in our cast iron skillet. It's my baby in the kitchen and definitely worth taking care of. To add even more flavor to the steak, I'm adding organic unsalted butter to the pan with a couple whole thyme sprigs and spooning it over the steak as it finishes up cooking. This helps keep the steak moist, and adding some fresh herbs for an earthy flavor. Depending on how rare or done you want your steak to be, don't forget to let it rest. Place it in a pan and cover it before slicing. By this time, your veggies should be roasted. These are so easy to do and they come out looking great. Once your steak has had time to rest, you can slice it. Our steaks were cooked about medium rare, which was perfect for us. You can be fancy and plate it nicely like how I'm doing. For a special dinner at home, I think it gives the restaurant feel. I found out the steak next to some potatoes with a fresh rosemary and laid the asparagus on top. I set up our romantic table with decorative plate chargers, a few candles, and flowers. Everything turned out delicious and we really loved our date night together. The steak was moist and full of flavor, and we both agreed it was one of the best steaks we've ever had. So thank you CrowdCow for making our night in extra special. So that was our romantic dinner for two. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give the recipe a try. Don't forget to check out CrowdCow. I will have their link down below as well as more information you need to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!